So, let's answer this question together. Why is it that the safest place in the entire universe is beyond your mind? The first reason why is because your mind has been intelligently designed for survival. So basically, so long as you have it, you can't feel safety, you can't feel relaxation, because your mind is literally programmed for survival, which is the opposite of that being state. Real safety, or the sense of like, I'm okay, like deep okayness, is felt when you don't have a mind anymore. I actually have another way of putting this, man. The only time you truly feel safe is when you're dead. I know that it's really difficult to communicate this, so I'm going to give you a couple of terms that will help you understand what you need to have to go beyond the mind. So, here are a few key phrases for us that will help indicate that we're going beyond the mind. So, if you're having, for example, a mystical experience or a non-ordinary consciousness state, if you're in a non-ordinary state of consciousness, almost by definition, you're going to go beyond the mind. Understand it like this. Your mind, or the human mind, or your ordinary state, is just a state of consciousness. But when you do the right things, the right spiritual practices, the right ceremonies and stuff, you can actually raise your consciousness beyond that sort of egoic structure, that human baseline. I mean, everyone's baseline is different, but still, if you go beyond that conventional state of consciousness for a human, you can enter into mystical states of consciousness. This is where we go beyond the mind. Now, you can do this with meditation, you can do this with psychedelics, you can do this in many other different ways. But when you finally taste this and you break through, you cross the threshold into that different state of consciousness, then you get it. You have an insight. I've never actually been safe my entire life because I've been trying to use my mind to keep myself, protected and safe and stable and all this stuff. Anxiety. Right. That's all bullshit. That's all bullshit mind safety. That's not true safety. In fact, true safety is beyond safety. It's no safety. You let go of safety because there's nothing there to be safe. You experience, I'm just going to change the word to true relaxation. You're finally relaxed. What happens is you finally experience this relaxation of yourself, of your ego, and what's interesting is you can relax all the way and you feel your what you really are, spirit. Another way of understanding what it means to go beyond the mind and to experience this is to have a non-dual experience. To have a non-dual experience means you experience the oneness of being, the oneness of everything. You're not experiencing separation in your experience. You're literally experiencing everything as one. When you experience non-duality, which by the way is just an awakening, there's lots of stuff beyond non-duality as well. Don't get stuck on non-duality. But when you experience pure non-duality, pure oneness, you just feel spirit and you just feel consciousness. There's only one thing you're experiencing: God, spirit, love. So you don't feel the struggle of your ego trying to be safe. And you realize, oh my God, why was I even trying to feel safe or to reduce my anxiety or to feel more psychologically stable? You realize once you experience true consciousness, your human attempts fall so short that you're like, what was I even doing? Why didn't I just surrender myself? Now, by the way, man, I know You can't always just surrender yourself or surrender your mind. It's not as easy as that. It would actually be really foolish of me to say, oh, just surrender your mind. Because sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's really fucking hard. But imagine if you could, and you do surrender your mind. What do you learn? What do you really, really learn when you have this insight that the safest place in all of, and here's the thing, I was going to say the universe. Notice, ready? You don't experience the universe. You just experience your experience. So the safest place in your experience is beyond your mind. The more evolved you become spiritually, the more you realize that everything is just your experience. And so, of course, we're bringing this back to your experience. It's really counterintuitive to not use your mind to try and seek safety in the moment. But as you become wise and as you become more conscious, you know to actually let go of your mind and to go beyond your mind. And then you feel what you're looking for. And really, it's not even safety. As we said, only the ego needs safety. Instead, it's just a deep sense of existential, I am okay. You feel that. And you can't fake this stuff. You can't BS yourself to that, that place of okayness. If you're not feeling cool, man, you got to be honest with yourself about that. But the more you break through, the more you learn spiritually. The only place that's safe is beyond my mind. This matures you. It gives you wisdom. And there's one more way I could describe this, which is what you're looking for is you're not looking for more control to create safety. You're actually only ever looking for more consciousness. You just want to feel spirit. You just want your mind to actually drop away. You can't feel safe in your mind. Go beyond the mind and really open yourself up to what you'll need to do to go beyond your mind. Because the first, 50 to 100 times you do it, even the first 5, 10 times you do it, it's kind of scary. Because you're so used to the mind, right? The egoic structure, that safety net, that psychological stable place. But then you enter the spiritual, you enter higher consciousness, and you're like, oh, I was afraid of this, but actually I'm not afraid of this, just my ego was afraid of this. Now I'm here. Now I'm here. And that's what you'll say. You'll say, I'm here. I'm safe here. But the second you go into your mind, you lost it, right? So listen to your wisdom and ground yourself in spirit and learn that that's the place to abide in. Your mind is not going to do what you want it to for you. You got to go beyond it. The mind is a passenger along on the journey with us, right? It goes with you a lot of the time. But this is why we say go beyond, because as we say that, we imply that we're there, we're at the level of mind, and then we go beyond it. We don't just try and get rid of it. Include the mind, but include it all the way to the point where you can go beyond it. In life, if you try to evolve or advance with anything, you'll need to bring things with you. You can't just get rid of things. No, integrate. Bring the mind with you. And as you go beyond it with more consciousness, you'll realize that your old method of trying to just get rid of the mind could never have worked. It's immature. It's not conscious. If you live from spirit, you will know to go beyond your mind. And you will feel so deeply safe. If you go outside, you won't feel threatened by people. You'll know that everyone is God. The energy of trust is huge as well for this entire thing. Every time I go beyond my mind, I'm like, oh, wow, I can't believe I trusted. It worked. Trust. Okay, man. We're going to wrap things up there. Lots of love. Take care. And as always, man, Peace.